Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bullhucker podcast. I'm Moose Lundstrom.
And I'm Nancy Kudrin.
And we're not Rebel Girl again.
No, we're just going all about town.
Yeah. You're finding all these places, didn't you?
I know. I got friends in those places.
Nancy Kudrin, podcast pimp. Tell the masses, right?
That's right.
That's
Hello, Fort Morgan.
And you brought a guest today.
I did bring a guest today, an old friend.
Amy Padgett.
Yep.
Yay, Amy.
Padgett. The sunshine of Morgan County.
Oh, Lordy.
And we're here because she is a trainer here at the Star.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the Star?
I don't know the
Address?
exact address.
Address?
Do you?
South Sherman Street.
South
Yeah.
Sherman Street.
South
Keep driving south and look for the Star sign.
That's right.
It's so tucked away back here.
It really is because they have so much property to have so many great things like the swimming pool, the PFC, the group fitness room. So it is tucked away, but it's a hidden treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Seems like a great gym.
It is
It
a great
is.
gym.
I go to a
Amazing.
different gym. Not very often, as you can tell. I'm a member at a different gym. We'll go there. Okay, we'll say that. So I go walk on the treadmill like an old man. That's how I get down, Amy. I don't take classes because,
That's
You
fair.
need to join the classes. They're super fun.
yeah, but who wants to give this mouth to mouth? Nobody. Okay. Oh, shit. Larry died again. Punch him in the chest. Wave the beer in
You'll
front of
be
his
fine.
nose.
Everybody step over him and continue going.
It's just some extra cardio for everyone else. Just
Yeah.
That's exactly
Sure.
right. Congratulations, Lundstrom. You're now part of the fucking show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
Amy, how long have you been a member out here? Or, I'm sorry, a trainer out here?
Training now for about 5 years.
Nice.
But I've been a member off and on since I was a kid. My parents were members here when I was a kid, and so ever since probably open like 30 years ago.
She intrigued me because when I came here as a trainer, we were looking for trainers, and Amy would come to classes, and I knew she always had the ability to teach because she had the background of dance and cheerleading, and she knew music, she knew choreography, and she's just so personable and bubbly. Right. So we brought her on, and your specialty is dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dance fitness ones are really fun. But boy, do I like pushing people on those other classes.
Good.
I love it when they come back. They're like, I was so sore. And I'm like, yes, I did a good job then.
Where they hate you a little bit?
It does. It's really fun when you tell them to do something and then they go, oh, and you're like, you're going to be fine. 20 seconds, go. Let's come on.
But did you
do this.
die?
Yeah, I had that shirt. I wore it the other day, but did you die?
I love
It's
it.
awesome.
Like
Love
where,
it.
Great.
where they leave and they kind of wish, like, not bad things upon you, but bad-ish things upon you. Like,
Exactly, but then they love you later when they're like,
Yeah.
I did that. I was able to go and I did that.
that's
So,
true.
It's a great feeling.
I'm just the angry one because I'd wish bad upon you for probably about an hour and a half. I'd be saying, like,
But you would have a voodoo doll.
I'd be like, I hope when Amy goes to the grocery store, she sharts just a little bit.
Just
That's
a
what I
little
hope.
But then,
That's what I
2
hope.
hours later, you'll like me when you're
Yeah.
like, okay, we're
Yeah.
good.
I got
Yeah.
this. I got this.
Although you made me shart a little bit during the thing. It's all about the sharting. So,
love it.
welcome to the Bullhucker podcast. That's how we get down here. So,
Nice.
So tell us about Star classes. Like, what do you guys got going on?
Okay, so on Mondays we have Chelsea's Turbo Kick class, which is kind of like a butt kicking. How about box kicking? Whatever it's called. Help me out here. Kickboxing.
Yeah.
Thank you. At 5:30, 45-minute class, she leads you through an awesome workout. So that one is just one that she's done for a while too. So she is phenomenal. We have a 5:30 a.m. Tuesday, Thursday class that Chelsea and I share. 1 week she teaches it, 1 week I teach it. 15 minutes of core strength, 15 minutes of strength training, and then 15 minutes of cardio. Get it in, get it out. You are out of here by 6:15 in the morning, and most people are not even out of bed yet. And you're like, I have already had my workout down.
Right.
We have yoga on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesday 6 a.m. with Beth. Thursday 6 p.m. with Beth. Great stretching, great mental. Just sitting back, getting that ability. They amaze me, like the flexibility.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. I wish I could come to those, but
Yeah,
those
it
are
can't
hard.
be
You can't be
everywhere.
everywhere, but Beth is amazing. So absolutely. I teach Cardiojam on Wednesday nights, which is basically a dance fitness class. Anybody can do it. People hear dance and they're like, I can't dance. I'm like, no, this is just a little 8-step beats. You can do it. We have so much fun. I play fun music. Tons of things.
And is that 45 minutes?
45 minutes. Everything is 45 minutes. You're
Perfect.
in and out. So don't worry. You can get this done. And then the new class this month is Chelsea is now teaching a Wednesday noon class. It's only a half hour long. It's like a power half hour. But she
Perfect.
teaches it in the main building. And
Oh,
so then
love it.
you can do the machines. She kind of walks around the building. She pulls people in. She can incorporate so much stuff. So we've just got a little bit of everything going on.
So people, like, if they don't know the machines or anything, they can go learn them with her on that.
Absolutely. She's going to incorporate tons of stuff. And over here, all the classes we teach, we do incorporate strength training. We have dumbbells. We have the bars. We have steps. We have jump ropes. We have the elastic bands. We're doing everything. So
and I think that's great because, like, I mean, we know Chelsea and, like, she's awesome as well. So I think that makes
she's okay. Let's not go awesome. Let's not be too generous here, okay?
That ego, we got to keep it in check for her. But I feel like an instructor makes the class, and you guys are super fun and super personable, and so awesome.
And we love it. We have great people that come to class. We always, new members, new people, everyone can come. If you're a member, every class is free for all of us. But if you're not a member, it's a $5 drop-in fee. Perfect. So you can come try it. If you've never tried one of our classes, come on over for the first time. We'll let you come in for free, try it out.
Because you love people.
We do love people. You just want to see people succeed. Absolutely.
And there's a website, right?
Star?
Yeah, I think just, and they have a Facebook page.
Facebook page?
Yeah, Star Athletic.
It's all the information.
Absolutely. Every month they put it out, what classes, what times, everything. So look at their pictures and find the...
If you're on the bullhucker.com, there's a link that says, as seen on the Bullhucker. You can find that. We'll have the star.
Awesome.
Yep. So just click on that. It'll take you right to their Facebook page. You can check out all their stuff. And that's how you and I met, was in classes.
It was. Larry and I go way back. That he came to one of my Turbo Kick classes.
And
you can say it right. I could not say Turbo Kick a little ago.
It's not your thing. That's okay. You're not supposed to.
She would pick me out and start making fun of me. Remember that? You start talking trash.
It's so easy.
You talk so much shit to me.
Yeah, so much shit.
Which was weird because I was your greatest student. I was your Daniel's son to your Miyagi. That's...
And here we are.
And here we are.
Awesome. Yeah. That's right. And that, honestly, that's how that stuff starts. Like, really, in this town, you meet people in those kind of environments, and you just get to be friends with people. Because that's how you are, too. And that's how Chelsea is. And that's what we love.
Yeah.
So thank you for all of that.
Oh, you bet. This is
very
fun.
Cool.
So anyway, I brought Amy here. We go way back. A little bit, but obviously I brought her here because I've known her for a long time through this, but Amy and I share a rather special connection. You might not know this, my friend. You know things about me, but...
I know everything about you, but go ahead and try.
You do share a little bit of a connection. Her mom, my dad, passed away within 24 hours of each other.
Really?
Yeah, and so it was my dad first, and then her mom. And I am just going to say to everybody, to you, to everybody, I love you, because every year she sends me a text the day of, and my thing is my thing is butterflies, hers is rainbows. And so every year, we might not see each other at all through the year, but every year on August,
you're the 12th.
Yep, I'm the 12th and you're the 13th. We text each other. So it's just kind of a little special bond we have.
Yep.
That's a very cool bond.
It is. It is. And it's an unfortunate club we're in, but somehow we've made the most of it. And I do appreciate those texts from you every year. So thank you.
Same here. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It was a special friendship that showed out of something bad.
Yeah.
Right? I mean...
Bad roads lead to good things.
Sometimes shitty roads lead to great places.
That's right.
Right.
So.
And no, that's very cool. I'm just meeting you today, Amy, for the first time, and that's why I get excited for these podcasts, because I don't know you at all.
Right.
Usually, I know the guest pretty well. It's someone that whatever I drank with, so I know most of the stories. Kind of like in a drunken stupor, remember the stories, but I don't know you. And our next guest after you, I don't know either. So that's why I
good luck.
Have fun. And
he's in for a ride.
Oh my gosh, she's awesome. You just wait.
And I'm going to explain this. I forgot to explain this. Welcome to the Bullhucker podcast. So what the Bullpucker, not the Bull Drunker, not the, which we're going to do.
I mean, that would be a whole new show.
100th episode.
Actually, the 100th episode, we're going to do this drunk. So it's.
Oh my.
Amy.
I will be listening to that one.
Yes.
Total fun.
Guess whose idea that was?
How can you do it on the beach, like in Cozumel? Like take it on the road.
Oh my God, the editing I'll have to do.
Just let it go.
I was let it go.
Yeah.
Bullhucker podcast. So what it is, the Bullhucker is, we have a guest on who's Amy today. She's going to tell us 3 stories about her life. Now, 2 stories are true. One is either borrowed or made up. Amy, without going into great detail, how is your story not true? Is it partially made up or borrowed?
Partially.
It's partially. So it's partially true. It's
partially true,
okay.
Partially made up.
So it's not all the way true. So what we do at the end of the podcast is Dency and I are going to listen to all 3 of these stories, and we're going to try and guess which one is the Bullhucker, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, heck yeah, we are.
We got beat last week.
Yes, we
Paula.
did.
Ugh, Paula Keith, the worst. But
I know my own sister.
I was going to say she
got
took
me.
you down.
Yes,
and you grew up with her. That's the sad part.
I know. I know. That bitch.
But she had 3 great stories too.
She did have great stories.
And
yes.
the one that fooled me, I was certain I had her. So, have you ever had a chance to watch one of these, Amy?
I listened to him.
Oh, okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
that's what I was saying too. I listen too, but
Yeah.
quite a bit of people watch them, and I need to do that, but I do it when I'm like on a walk or in the car.
Yeah.
So
I do podcasts because sitting time. What's that? Like to actually
Right.
sit and watch.
Right.
Amen.
Right. I also listen to them. That's why I love podcasting.
Yeah.
So I started years, like a decade ago. Yeah. And when I worked at Pepsi, that's all I would do all day was listen to podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Because I'd be stocking shelves, and I would it's so mind-numbingly bad. You just have to listen
Do
to something.
something.
Yeah. But I like the video too because I always want to see the people I'm listening to.
Right.
I want to see what they look like. I want to see when they, you know what I mean? I enjoy.
Right, and what's right about it now that we're switching up locations, everybody can see what Star looks like,
Yeah.
and they can see what's going on,
And
so I like it too.
promoting small business. You know,
Amen.
There you go.
promoting local business.
Yes.
This is actually a pretty good sized gym.
It is,
Oh, yeah. And this
It
is just the cardio room itself. This is
Right.
its own. A lot of people don't know that this one's over here because the main building's there. You got to drive past the main building
Right.
to get to this fitness room, but it's awesome.
Right.
It is awesome.
They don't have like the racquetball courts or anything anymore, do they?
Nope, they turned it into weights
Oh,
and all
really?
of that. Yeah.
Lots of more space for weights and free
Yeah.
weights, and oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yep.
Because who plays
it's-
racquetball, right?
Yeah. I had to give it up when they
I
quit.
know. There were some people. There were some that just loved it, but I mean, the amount that they give space
Right.
that they gained for all
Right.
the weights, and it's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
There was just a
And
ton.
a bottom and a top floor too.
Right.
So it was just, eating up that space, and then they created 4 more areas.
Yeah.
So
That's very cool.
Go take a look.
Yeah.
I will have to check it out.
Okay.
Go walk around. Well, we have 3
Yes,
stories.
We do.
Okay.
You want to name them up, Dancia?
I do. All because of the avalanche. NYC trip to remember. And good thing I was at cheerleading. Great titles. Great titles.
All right. I like
Okay.
it. You know what? You're the guest, Dancia, so pick one up.
Well, I'm an old cheerleader at heart.
You are? That's
And
right.
Yeah, I am. And normally I save the best for last, but you know what? I can't wait. So I want to hear.
Okay.
Good thing I was at cheerleading.
Good thing I was good at
Good at
cheerleading.
cheerleading.
Oh, sorry. Good thing
That's
I was
okay. No,
good
it's
at
good.
cheerleading.
It's okay because Dancia's not good at reading. I guess that's,
I
all
just
good.
learned. It's super hard.
There's lots of syllables. All right, so basically, 8th grade year, the cool thing to do when I was in school, let's go back, I was a 96 graduate, so, I'm
Okay.
aging myself, it's fine. But the 8th grade year, we heard that the next year as freshmen, that the team was going to be amazing. The volleyball team.
Okay.
So what did everyone want to do? Go out for volleyball because you want to be part of that. So I did the 2-a-days. I did the summer the summer
Oh, for
camps.
volleyball?
Yeah, for volleyball, not cheerleading. We'll
Okay.
get there. And we did, and that was when the coach at the time was amazing, but he had high expectations.
Was that Alexander?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So if you just go there now, like we didn't just have like one practice in the, I mean, you had full 2-a-days for 2 weeks. It was intense, but honestly, they did great. So coming into freshman year, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make this team. I'm going to do great. A lot of girls went out, and I had such an athletic group of friends in class. I was really doing it, let's be honest, because I want to be with my friends.
Well, sure.
I'm competitive now. Like people don't believe I wasn't competitive back in school because maybe I'm a little bit competitive now, just a teeny bit. Back then, I could have cared less. I just wanted to be with my friends and do all that. So when we went out, we had enough players go out for volleyball that we had a varsity, a JV, a freshman team, and a D team. So C and D.
Wow.
And there was like 14 girls on each team. I mean, it was insane, but we were really good. That's just what you wanted to do. Well, I was strong and I was a starter on the D team. Let's just go for it.
You.
Go me. I was proud. I couldn't serve if my life depended on it. Like I could not get the ball over that net if I still can't. I don't know how people do that. Like I watch like your daughters and I'm like, how do you do this? Like all this.
like where they throw it in the air
Yeah,
and do
and
that?
hit it
yeah,
like
that's
One of my best friends coached volleyball at the middle school for 20 years. She is amazing. I look at her, I'm like, how do you do that?
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
the
And
people on your team in the front row just get pelted. That's what happens. That's,
Right?
dude, you got to watch, man.
Oh man, but so I was a D team player, which I was like, you know what? At least I'm playing, okay? I'm playing.
The team.
Halfway
Did they
through
do cuts then?
Well, that year, yeah, but I don't know if they truly
Okay,
did. Okay.
okay.
So then halfway through the season, they were like, hey, Amy, we need someone on the C team. We're going to pull you up. And I'm like, I mean, let's talk about that. I made it to C team. Now, I don't know if I really should have been pulled up because then you get to C team, freshman team. I didn't really play because they had their starters. And I played on the D team. So I was like, I was with my friends.
Bittersweet.
Yeah. So then come to be that year, though, great year to be on it. The girls won state that year.
Nice.
That was the year that my brother was a senior, So I
What year is this?
92.
Okay, when
92.
we just hung up the banners for the football.
Yes.
I saw that for volleyball.
Yes.
Was that the last time?
I don't know if that's the last time they won. I know they've made it there again, but 92 was the year
92,
that
they kicked some ass.
Were you there in 92?
No, I graduated 90.
90,
yeah.
okay.
So my brother, that's his senior year. So I'll get, and that was the year that we won state
Yeah.
volleyball and state football.
Nice.
So I'm just saying we were really cool that
Yeah,
year.
that is
Yeah.
amazing.
I had nothing to do with it, and
Own
like I
it.
said,
You were on that D team.
I was on that D team, okay? Hey, C team for half the season that sat the bench, okay?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
sat that bench really good. And then, so then in the next year, I'm like, hey, I made it to C. I'm going to go play. This is going to be great. Well, at the time, we had the coach, our C team coach was a female, older. She's still in town. We'll get to that too. And we're going out, did my 2-a-days, got through, and they said, hey, guys, we're going to have some cuts. And I went, oh, I made C team halfway through the year. I'm going to be fine. Bad choice. Okay, so as they sat me down at the end of the 2-a-days, oops, sorry, microphone. End of the 2-a-days for the sophomore year, they did look at me and say, Amy, you're not going to be on the team this year. And I went, I'm not. And like my little heart broke because a couple of the girls that had made it before me, I swore I was just as good as them, if not maybe a little better. And then the coach that cut me looked at me, she's all, but I heard you're a really good cheerleader. And my heart broke, but true story, the year before as a freshman, that was when you could be a winter cheerleader and a fall cheerleader or both. It wasn't the whole season like it is now, the whole year. I gotta put my hands down.
Do you like that better?
I
think that's
do.
better, yeah.
Because some of those girls that go out for a different sport, you can do cheering in the other time. And a lot of my friends and I did that. So I had gone out for winter cheer. I had cheered for basketball and wrestling. And, not to toot my own horn, I had one of the highest scores trying out as a freshman. That's where I was better at. And so when I got cut, the coach told me, well, we heard you're a good cheerleader.
Well, that's the worst.
That is.
And I went,
That is.
But thank goodness at the time, the coach from cheer heard that I got cut, went back, found my score. It was high enough to still put me on varsity, and I got to go be a varsity football cheerleader.
Good.
So I was cut from volleyball, which is a really good thing that I was a good cheerleader.
Did you love it though? Like in the end, were you happy with your decision?
I love cheer.
Yeah.
I ended up becoming the cheer coach here in Fort Morgan for
Yeah.
a long time. I did a
cool.
lot of the stuff here. But this is the funny kicker of the story is fast forward 20 years, I am now a teacher in the district. I teach first grade over at Green Acres. I love my school, all this. Our principal left. So we got a new principal. The first day of school, the new principal walks in and she looks at me and I look at her and we kind of just smile at each other because we have a history.
Oh, no.
And finally, when we get just to the first grade meeting later on that day, I look at her and I say, I have to say what I'm going to say. And she looked at me and she's like, I did not want to cut you. That was the head coach that told me. So now my principal at my school is the volleyball coach that had to cut me my sophomore
full
year.
circle.
It is full circle, and every chance that I can, not in a mean way, because she really is a sweet person, but I always go, well, you cut me. So, this is where we're at now. And everyone else just laughs and giggles.
She's like, well, I knew where you were going to be strong.
And she still says, well, you were a really good cheerleader.
But when you say that, you got to walk away. I mean, don't laugh with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Be very serious and walk
I'm all
away.
like,
Yes.
But it was so funny because that first time we were all sitting around the table and I said, we just got to say what we're both thinking right now. You cut me from volleyball and it hurt me.
Everybody was probably so tense. Like, where is this going to go? Is she pissed? What's going on?
Right. It
Right.
was so crazy. But yeah, so now she's my boss. The coach that had to cut me of all the girls, she never sees any of the other ones anymore. And she has to work with the one she actually had to
Look
cut.
at you every day.
Yeah. So there you go. It's a good thing I was a cheerleader because I got cut from volleyball, but I got to go cheer and do all that fun stuff.
You weren't talking trash to the girls who were going to get cut when you thought you were safe on the C team. Like, oh, hey, D team stands for doomed, all of you.
Right.
Enjoy not playing volleyball, suckers.
Right. Then, yeah, some of those D team girls did get on the team sophomore year, but hey, I'm not bitter at all.
And then
No.
you just stayed with cheerleading.
I just stayed with cheerleading the rest of the time. Oh, yeah. Full time was cheerleading for the rest of the time. And as soon as I graduated college, I came back and started coaching. I only coached like the first year and a half. And then I was like, I'm too young to be a coach of 18-year-olds at 21. And then it took me about 8 years. And then I coached for a
Now, would
good
you ever
amount
do
of
it
time.
again?
Not right now. My daughter's on the cheer team
yeah?
now. And you know, you don't want to coach when your kid's on the team because
Right.
I would be the coach. I am competitive now, and I would have expectations, and either the girls would love me for that or they would hate me. And then my poor daughter would get the
That's
backlash
fair.
of it.
Yeah.
And I would also I'd probably be a little harder on her only because I would have higher, like, no. I can tell you what I really feel. And no,
Right.
she doesn't need her mom right there all
That's
the time.
fair. That's
So,
fair.
Yeah,
You're
but,
only-
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just say she's almost a senior, so you're almost there.
She
Yeah.
is. She's a junior.
But it's tough when she's on the team, too, because even if she is better than the other girls and you do give her a starting role
Yeah,
or whatever, it's going to
exactly.
be assumed that it's your daughter.
It's my daughter. That's the only reason.
Even-
And that's why I would never do it. I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's just too tough on everybody. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
nobody takes responsibility if their kids,
Right.
Oh, Mary Lundstrom, she's like, I bet he's good at cheerleading. That's what.
God love her.
Oh.
She doesn't see the bad in you, Larry. So let's not show it, okay? I'm not going to ever tell her.
I know.
He's good at everything. Damn it, figure skating, Mary. He's in.
Yeah, she's laughing right now watching this. Be like, oh, let's see that. So, well, what do you think about that one?
It sounds pretty good. I feel like it could be true.
I think so. Small town story. So I'm into
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Small town story,
'Cause
which I love.
That's a small town story. So, all right.
You're up, buddy.
So we have 2 left here, all because of the avalanche and a New York City trip to remember. You know what? I know which one I want to hear. I'm going to save it to last. So
You
let's,
always do that. You're so good about that. I just want to hear it.
No, I want to hear.
Okay.
So I want to hear all because of the avalanche.
Okay. I thought, well, Monday is Valentine's Day. So let's tell the story how my husband and I got together.
Oh, love
and
it.
it is truly because of the avalanche.
Nice.
So his name is Barney. He's not from here. Like, I moved back after college, and I was like, I'm back in Fort Morgan, and I don't have a significant other. This is not a good situation for, there's not a lot of options in Fort Morgan.
So you came back after college
But I love
to
him
teach.
dearly. Yeah. So
Okay.
as soon as I graduated, I was a teacher. I had the opportunity to come teach in my old district. I also had, my brother was trying to get me to go to Grand Junction because that's where he's at. And I got a job first in Fort Morgan. So I taught middle school my very first year. I was teaching math, and God bless middle school teachers. I know they say good for elementary school teachers, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, I would agree.
So the year that I finished my very first year teaching the Avalanche, which I don't know a lot about hockey, let's be honest. When a team is going for the championship, you become a fan.
Yes.
Bandwagon.
That's what happened. Bandwagon right
fans.
here. That's all I was that year, and I'll be honest, is I was a bandwagon. Don't know a lot about hockey, but they were in the Stanley Cup. And
Yeah,
back
okay, I remember this.
They were going for the Stanley Cup, and we were kind of watching it. And I had met Barney in passing one time because he was helping to coach wrestling here in town with the coach at the time, and my roommate was a high school math teacher, and so we all kind of passed. And he was like, hey, let's go and meet again sometime. If you're ever around, let's go hang out. And I was like, sure, whatever. Sure. Well, then later I was like, you know what? I kind of liked that guy. I should give him a call. Tried to call him. He was out of the state. He graduated from college out in Missouri, and he was out there with all his friends.
In Missouri.
And he was gone for like 2 weeks. I'm like, whoa, okay. So that's good luck for me.
Is this before cell phone?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
this
it's
was his
like,
home phone.
no, this was Casio phone time where you unfolded the phone and boom, 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 and you can pull up the antenna and, you got like 30 minutes a month.
Yes. Okay.
That's the time we're talking. So we don't have Snapchat. We don't have Facebook's, nothing, whatever, Instagram, none of that now. Like now, I'm like, you guys have it so easy to get a hold of people. Like,
so easy.
I didn't even know his last name. I just knew Barney. And then I was like, I don't know how else. So I tried to get a hold of my friend that was the wrestling coach, and he's like, well, I'll try to get a hold of him. Boys, they don't really try to get a hold of anybody.
No, huh?
You know
So-
what? That's why I don't date men. We're all pigs.
Oh, it's so funny. But then the night that the Avalanche were supposed to win the Stanley Cup, the third, whatever, how many do they have to win to win? I don't know.
I don't even
It was
know.
the final game, though. That's all I know.
It's a series, yeah.
Okay, final game is, series. It was in Denver, and there was a group of us, and we're like, hey, let's just go to Cables. And
In
be there.
Denver?
No, here.
Oh, okay.
Here at Cables, the cool Cables here in town.
Yeah.
That was when that's where you go. And let's go watch the game up on the TV and, just have some fun. Well, we get there, and there's 5 of us, and my friend that's a girl, and 3 guys. And Barney was one of them. And I'm like, well, hello. And we were pretty excited. And we all went, what would be more fun than being at Cables here? Is Cable. Let's go to Denver. Let's go to Lodo. Let's be there when we win the Stanley Cup.
Love it.
Bad plan.
Yeah, no.
I'm kind of with it. Like, if I heard my kid saying this now, I'd be like, no.
No.
No, I don't. And I'm not a Denver driver. So I looked at my friend and I was like, you're driving us, right? Because I don't even know where, I didn't even know where they played. I'm not kidding. I had no clue about any of this. So the girls rush home really quick and we change, because what you wear to Cables here in Fort Morgan is not what you want to wear up in Denver. So we hustle up, we go, all of us pack in the car, and it's just a normal car. So we have my friend's driving, one of the boys sits up front with her, and then, because they all don't want to sit squeezed in the back row with 3 guys, so I'm between Barney and the other guy. And we'd all talk on the way up, no problem. By the time we get to Denver, it's the final period. Would that be the right terminology for the sport?
I'll go with it.
Yes,
And we are still ahead, and we're like, we are gonna win. So we are down in one of the bars. We're playing pool. We're just waiting for the game to get over, and then we hear all the cheering. We hear eruption. Crowds are just starting to come. And first of all, I'm like, why did we come here? This may not be the best of choices. But it started all of a sudden, Barney and I just kept talking, and pretty soon I noticed the crowds were getting bigger, and he's kind of protecting me. And he's staying right there with me the whole time, and he's making sure. I don't even know where our other 3 friends are at this time, because they were kind of mingling and going around. But the whole time he stayed with me and was making sure I was okay. And then as we were walking through the streets, that's when he started grabbing my hand and guiding me, because I am hometown Fort Morgan girl, in the middle of these massive crowds. And we just ended up having a great time. We bar hopped all night long. I don't even know half the places we went, but we got to be up there celebrating with the Avalanche.
How fun.
It was insane. And we drove back. I think we got home probably around 3 a.m. And then we ended up sitting and talking all night, and we have been together ever since now. So we never broke up. We never
It's
had
your
a
love
moment.
story. That's
It's
great.
The funny part is we have never been to a game. We have never once went to a game. We keep saying it's on our bucket list to go to a game, and every year we go, we should go to the games. And we all go, yeah, we should. And we have just never gone. My brother went this past year. We just saw pictures of him on Facebook with his brother-in-law. They went to a game, and I'm like, we should go to a game sometime. We
We need
still
to
have
do
never
that.
They're a
gone to a game.
blast. They're a blast.
I've never been. I can't even pretend to know.
They are fun. They are fun.
I don't understand the rules of hockey very well. We used to go to the Eagles in Fort Collins a lot.
I like
okay.
them too.
Oh, those are a blast. But what year is this?
Okay, so I started teaching. It was after my first year of teaching, so 2001. 2001.
Okay.
I picture you just being like, oh my gosh, they won.
Right?
My Uncle Ed got married that day.
On the day the Avalanche
Yeah.
won?
I could say
Yeah.
the day because we count that as the day we got together. So it was
Okay.
June 9th. I do know
Okay.
that.
So you
About
should
right.
know when it is.
Well, okay, so I was a little drunk. There's a
I mean,
shocker.
that's fair. That's fair. Celebrating.
My cousin Amanda, you met my cousin Amanda? And Elton? They're great, but it's Ed's daughter, and
Okay.
she's 4 months older than me. We're the same age.
Aw.
So at his wedding, we get hammered. So we go, and her grandpa just passed away like 6 months earlier, recently. So she had a brand new truck with some money she got, and no one was allowed to drive this truck, not even Elton, her husband, right? Until we have to take her in the house because she's too drunk. So Elton and I get in there, and we shouldn't be on the road. Don't ever do that. It's a bad idea. But Elton, I go, we should go down to Lodo. And he looks at me and he's like, have you lost your mind? Are you in it? No, we're not. He would not allow us to go down to Lodo. So we end up staying at like local bars there in Arvada where they live. But yeah, it was, he was like, no, because they're from Denver. He's like, no.
So you didn't go.
No,
I was gonna be like, maybe
no.
you saw Amy
No.
in a past life, but you weren't there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember when we were at the bar together?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I remember Barney like, oh, Fort
Do
Morgan
you
guy.
wish you would have went? Like, that would have been cool, right?
I
Like,
don't
look,
know.
at she still remembers it.
Yeah, but Hilton and I were pretty hammered. It'd have been pretty.
Yeah.
It might have got ugly if we went. So I don't know. But it was cool. It was cool, and they won.
It was,
So.
it was a total. I remember them winning, and of course, I wasn't there. I wasn't into it, but I remember the Avalanche winning. Like, that was huge.
Huge for Colorado.
Because they had just started the team.
I know,
right?
wasn't the team? I don't think they were old. I think it was
Nope.
still
I
a
think
pretty
so.
new team.
They won the first one in '96 here in Denver.
Okay.
95, 96, somewhere in there. And then the second one was in 2001.
Yeah.
They had moved
I
here
have
for
no clue.
the North Stars or something. I'm not big into hockey.
I don't know. Yeah.
Hockey is the sport I would love to understand.
Same.
I would love to be able to follow
I should
it.
go to a game sometime.
Well, we should
You
all.
should. Let's do
Let's
it.
all get in a car and go. But
You know, I feel like the Avalanche did that and the Rockies did that when they all first started and got like us as a state like so excited.
and
No, it's nothing.
well, I mean, for Denver
Like
fans,
marriage. No, just kidding.
poor Carrie.
Yeah.
Colorado, Denver, the Broncos had lost how many Super Bowls at that point? They hadn't won one yet. You
Yeah,
know,
we were
so, no,
pretty
no, I lied. They had one too. 98, 99. So the Avalanche.
that was
yeah.
the year that helicopter John Elway
Yes,
touchdown.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Good
you know,
call.
I'm not into sports, but I do remember that.
I love football. That's the one I could just sit and watch all the
Yep.
time. Yeah,
But-
I love football.
But the first Avalanche would be the first professional sports championship to come to Colorado. So that's probably why that was so big with the Avalanche.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
second one, because they have rabid fans, man. It's
Oh, they do.
yeah.
Avalanche. Yeah, hockey's intense.
We used to go to the Eagles game a lot when I worked for Budweiser.
And Eagles are great because
fun.
it's cheap. Like, and
Yeah.
all the seats are good. Like, I love it.
And they're all like just guys who sack groceries during the day. You know,
Yeah.
they have other jobs, then they go beat the shit out of each other at night.
Crazy.
You know, we did that for the 4th. They have a fireworks game, so we bought tickets, and it was just like maybe a month ago. I am a complete, I'm just going to say it, dipshit. So I bought like a $10 beer, and Carrie had bought like first row seats. Like
saw that pictures that you did.
Yeah,
Yes.
you saw that, like right
Yeah.
next to the glass. Dipshit Dancia takes my fresh $10 beer and set it there, and I'm going to take a picture, and as soon as I did that, boom, they hit it, and there goes my $10 beer.
Did you ever see the Chuck-a-Puck at the Eagles game?
Chuck-a-puck. No.
So when they first started, I was with Budweiser when they started it. So you can buy like 5 pucks for $5. It's a pot that keeps going up, and they put a little bucket in the middle of the ice, and it's Chuck-a-Puck time. They're all numbered, and you throw your puck, and if you hit the puck in the bucket, you win the prize.
Oh,
So
cool.
every time it hits it, it just keeps
just keeps
compounding.
rising.
Yeah. So they used to use real pucks until this happened. So they had a separate one where they put this brand new Dodge Ram, this brand new vehicle on the ice, like from Champion Dodge, right? And they had a guy down there, and they had all the padding on the back of it and stuff. He's chucking pucks in the back of the bed, right? And the guy goes, "Chuck your puck," right? And everybody from the crowd just started launching them at this truck. Yeah.
Oh,
That's like a hailstorm
Yeah,
times a
yes,
thousand.
yes. And they're screaming, "Do not throw your puck!" And people are just hammered, just wing. My boss, I won't say his name out loud on here. The guy I was working for at the time. He's drunk. We're in the suite, and he's launching it, laughing, and yeah, it was bad, like broken windows and
Dented and just, it's done.
brand new, beautiful truck.
My
It was.
God.
Yeah. So now you get little foam ones when you go. Yeah, for real. So chuck a puck though, it's a blast. Nearly impossible.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that's a great story.
a great
I
story.
love that. It's a good little love story,
Yeah,
too.
I liked it. I liked
Yeah.
it. And
Hello, Valentine's Day.
yeah, and something checked out. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do you
okay.
feel about it?
I'm pretty confident that one's true.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm confident, but I would say I feel good about it.
Okay.
Here we go.
But then again, she doesn't have the smirk like everybody else does. That's
No, she doesn't. She's doing really well.
Are you a poker player?
No, I work with little kids all the time. You've got to be able to
Mask your emotion.
mask your emotion real well.
Okay. What we got one more.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I want to hear is New York City trip to remember.
It's probably going to be a little different than you think. So,
Okay.
my daughter is a dancer, and she does competitive dance. So when she was 9 years old, she went to a dance competition, and she was with a group of older girls and the younger girls, and we noticed all of a sudden that they were giving New York City invites to certain groups and certain dancers, and that means you got the invitation, not free, but invitation, to go to a week-long trip to New York to work with the Broadway the Rockettes.
Nice.
Go to 2 Broadway shows, take classes with one of the Broadway shows, and do all that fun stuff. And so, you know, I'm like, well, that's awesome, but how much, you know, like as a parent, I'm like, whoa.
Dollar signs.
Exactly. So as we're doing this, we kind of joke around because the older girl group got invited. They were the first invite at the competition. They got invited to the New York City, and I'm like, good job, girls. Woo, good for you. And then my niece and a friend of hers were doing a duet, and they got invited. And then pretty soon, my daughter had done her first solo competition, and all of a sudden, her dance number got called out for a New York City invite.
Oh, wow.
And so she's this little 8-year-old walking up there, and she's so proud, and she grabs that New York City invite, and my husband and I look at each other, and we kind of high-fived and went, oh, we're in trouble. Because how are you going to tell this cute little
Right. We got to
8-year-old?
make this happen.
So sure enough, the girls, at first everyone was like, well, that was great to get invited. Wonderful. Put it up there, you know, all that. And then without about a week and a half of talking, all the parents decided, yep, we're going to do this. And so there were, like I said, a group of older girls, and then my daughter and her niece, and my niece was a year younger. So they were the two young ones. They were younger by about 6 years.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so the other ones were, I want to say, maybe 8th grade in high school, and then ours were 3rd and, you know, 2nd or whatever.
Yeah.
They were young. So we go to New York City, and we did fly out, and we get to go for the week, and we saw Matilda on Broadway,
Love it.
and we saw Phantom of the Opera. And these dance girls not only get to do that, they get to meet with the dancers and the actors after the show because they are there for dance.
That's very cool.
And so, like, we got to actually meet the characters and the people that play them. We got to it was the coolest thing. The hotel that we were in was 30 floors high in Times Square. And when you're on the treadmill, because I love running. That is like my favorite thing to do. I know people don't like cardio. Love cardio. And when you're running on the treadmill, you look out and you look down because the ceiling, it kind of goes out like this. And so as I'm running there, I'm looking down. I'm like, this is the coolest thing because you were like above people.
Yeah,
and
you
it was
could just watch the city.
Yeah, it was the coolest thing because we literally I could see where the ball dropped from my hotel room.
Oh, wow.
And so we got to do that. They got to take classes with the Rockettes.
Oh,
and all of us moms got to take pictures with the
wow.
Rockettes too, just so you know. We have this awesome picture all together of all of us with the Rockettes. And I'm like, yes, we're really cool.
I love that.
So we got to do that the whole week. And it was so cool. Like, we got to take him to the Brooklyn Bridge. We got to take him to, that was when Cake Boss was huge. And he has one downtown.
Who?
The Cake Boss.
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
TLC show.
Yeah, the
where he
TLC
makes
show.
Cakes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, he has one down in Times Square. So we got to go I got the eclairs and all that cool stuff. I'm
fun.
like, we are cool. And we just did this really fun stuff in New York City. Then the last day comes after this whole week of dance and all this stuff. And we decide, hey, what are we going to do? Our flight was in the afternoon. We had nothing that day. We decided, let's go to the Today Show. So we walk over, and to get into the Today Show, you have to actually line up outside the Rockefeller Plaza. And then you have to kind of like sign up to go in, and then you get to make signs. They have everything there for you to make your signs. So everyone's like, hi, Al Roker. And one of our friends' moms loved Al Roker, so she made a sign for him. And all of this, we stayed all 3 hours. We even got the pano of the TV afterwards. I say I've been on TV. I think it was a whole split half second. But I got on TV,
Still
and it was
cool.
national
That's right.
TV, you know?
That's right.
I probably even blocked my daughter. I was like, woo! It was so much fun. But the coolest part for me, if you know me, Denzia kind of knows this, I have a sad obsession with this 90s boy band.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead. If you say the wrong one, you're in trouble.
Okay, I'm going to go with NSYNC.
Oh, yes.
Good, yes.
John.
I'm actually really impressed. My next door neighbor likes Backstreet Boys. Maybe we have a little thing going on. But I love NSYNC. Well, if you've ever been to New York City, the Rockefeller Plaza is here. And to get back to our hotel, you actually pass, I didn't realize this till I was there, the David Letterman show was like kind of right here. And then do you guys remember TRL?
Of course.
Yep,
with,
MTV.
With
With Carson Daly.
Carson Daly.
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Yes, and Hello NSYNC would always win on the TRL because they were the best. Anyways, you walk past that, and it's truly a window right there that's like, it'd be the full corner.
Yeah.
It's all glass. So we're walking back from the Today Show, and we pass the David Letterman. We're like, oh, we should have gone to do that. And then we're walking past the TRL studios because it's right there. And we're looking, and there's kind of this crowd there. And I'm like, what's going on? And we're all looking up there, and we're little Colorado people. We're like, well, that's MTV Studios. Who's up there? We're all looking up because you can't see anything, but you can just tell there's people up there. We're like, oh, maybe it's someone famous. So of course we all stop because
Yeah.
we still have a couple hours. And then we're just looking, but the crowd isn't getting smaller or dispersing. Like, people must know who's there because they're standing there waiting. Well, pretty soon the people turn around, and I'm not joking, y'all. Joey Fatone and Lance Bass came to the window. And if you don't know, that is NSYNC.
Yes.
Two of my boys. They were there promoting a TRL reunion show with Carson Daly.
Did you die?
Yes. Did they come outside?
Did you die?
No, they did not come outside. And no, they didn't sing. But
It doesn't matter.
my daughter always says, well, Mom, I got to see Matilda, and I got to go on the Rockettes, and I got to do all this. And it truly was, like, she's, to this day, she wants to go back to New York City because as a little 9-year-old, this was like the
Right.
most amazing trip for her.
Right.
And all I can remember is, and I saw those two boys up at the stage. I saw them up the window because maybe I've been to 5 of their concerts here in Colorado.
Oh, wow.
I am a true fan.
And I think he waved at me and he saw me and he wants to marry me.
Is that Timberlake? Timberlake, is he Backstreet?
Oh,
Justin Timberlake.
we need to have this discussion.
I mean, I don't know. I got the NSYNC right. Let's give me some credit, okay?
You did.
You did
Justin
do good.
is in sync. It's Justin, Joey, Chris, Lance, and JC.
I like-
Okay.
Yes.
I like Justin Timberlake.
He is good.
I like him
I mean,
too.
musician, he's good, but like an actor, he's great. He's
love some of his shows.
He's
Some of-
funny. He's
he is
hilarious.
funny.
Yes, he is.
I have yes, I love a couple of his movies are my
I love when he's
go-to.
in movies. Yeah, I do too.
Or
I do
SNL.
too.
When he's on SNL, he kills it every time.
Oh, he is
in a
Jimmy Fallon together
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, they crack me up.
The
They
dick
are
in a
so
box
funny.
thing is the greatest thing.
That is pretty funny.
It's fantastic.
Classic. Yes.
It really
it's
is.
the best skit ever.
So-
and like everybody's got to see it.
It's hard not to like Timberlake. It really is.
I agree. I agree. He's not
Right.
like douchey or
Yeah.
anything.
I know
Yeah.
everyone always says NSYNC can have a reunion, and I'm like, no, because Justin's just like Justin.
Yep,
he's not.
exact-
I mean, they
He
got their
doesn't need them.
They got their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They've got their star. They were all together for that picture,
Right.
but besides that, it's done for.
I mean, at least you got to see him though.
I did.
My,
Besides my 5
Thump,
concerts
thump,
here,
thump, thump,
I know.
thump.
Though everyone else was like, oh, and they just, they were
Yeah.
ready to leave, and I'm like, no, wait, hold on, wait. So
I love
I
you.
know.
I love you.
I know.
have you
So-
got to see your favorite band of all time or no?
I
do you
mean,
have one?
What?
Stevie
you
Nicks.
know?
Stevie
Yes,
Nicks,
yes.
yeah.
I have seen Fleetwood Mac one time.
Okay. See,
Have
that's-
you?
No.
Who's yours?
Sore subject, but no.
Yeah,
Vince
what's
Neil,
yours?
Motley Crue. I'm a huge
Oh,
Crue fan. No, it's not. Is it? I
Did
don't
it get
know.
canceled?
Maybe. I saw Vince Neil at the State Fair. So when Patty and I started dating, like a month in, I was like, I got to see this concert. So she goes out and buys tickets, like expensive ass tickets,
Yeah.
right? And we're like, this COVID thing will be over by August, right? This is 2020.
Yeah.
This will happen.
It
It'll
didn't
be over-
happen.
No, it didn't happen.
No.
As it's like July 29th, I'm like, I mean, this might still turn around. There's a guy
But they're coming
in
again.
East Germany that's going to have a cure here pretty soon. I have faith. You
You're
know?
like, we got 12 hours. I have so much faith
That's
for
right.
this.
We need to cure this shit now. You know?
Well,
But
that
yeah, it was them, Def Leppard, and Poison.
That would
You
be
don't think they're going to happen this summer?
I don't
getting
know.
a little
We-
older, unfortunately.
We
They
traded
are.
our tickets in.
You did?
Yeah.
But no, I saw that. They're coming.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Don't
nice
be
of you.
such a party
As soon as
pooper.
Barney and I started dating, NSYNC was going to come. I was like, will you go with me? And he looked at me. He's all, no.
No.
There is no way I'm
I
going to
sure
that concert.
won't.
It's like, not going to happen, Amy.
I love you, just not that much.
Yeah.
That, no.
That's a girlfriend job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't, there was
Yeah.
no chance he was going to me with any of those. I think I went to 2 or 3 where we were still dating.
Hey, girls
He's
gotta do.
amazing. You
Have
do.
the daughter ask. Next time, have the daughter ask.
Oh,
next
yeah.
time.
If they ever
There
come
you
through,
go.
I'm just going to take her with me now.
Yep.
But if she asks, he's probably more likely to.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's his girl.
Well, his daughter.
Yeah.
It is. It's, yeah.
It's daddy's girl.
Very much.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good. I don't know how I feel. How do you feel?
I thought I had one. Maybe I don't. So
I know. I'm not gonna lie. My mind's a little bit like I don't know what to.
I think I
I'm
kinda
hoping I win rock paper scissors so you can go first and I can hear your reasoning.
Amy, when you rock paper scissors, do you do 3 pumps or 4 pumps? Do you do
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Damn it.
Yes, that's the right way.
Right there. Give me a high five.
Yes, girl, get it.
I have to teach my first graders that every year because we play rock, paper, scissors, jumping jacks. So you do this, instead of doing rock, paper, scissors, you give a number. Then you add it together, and that's how many jumping jacks you do. We have lots of wiggles in our room. We need to get those out. Plus, it practices some adding skills, okay?
I love it.
So you have to teach 1, 2, 3, shoot.
That's the way to do it.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, jumping. No.
You could do. I've done rock, paper, scissors, jumping jacks, rock, paper, scissors, Supermans where you jump.
Yes.
And yes, I have taught my kids burpees. Rock, paper, scissors, burpees. Even they
Whatever it takes.
Oh my gosh, they even complain about burpees in first grade. They're like, oh, that's when all of a sudden the 1 + 1s come out.
Oh my God.
Instead of 5 + 5s.
Yeah, no, not that many.
Hilarious.
I could tell you if it was like 1980, the chunky Lundstrom kid would have hated Miss Padgett. I'd have been like, Miss Padgett sucks, Mom. She hitting you? She might as well. I wish she was hitting
She's
me.
making me do exercises.
I don't want to burpee his mom, but it sucks.
It sounds fun, right? But no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a game, Mom. It's
It is
not.
not.
I burped and she gave me more burpees. We are not on the same page, Mother. We are not on the same page. All right. So
All right.
here's where we're going to have to.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Let's do it.
Do you want me to look at you or no?
Yes, in
You
the
sure?
eyes. In the eyes. Don't break eye contact.
Because usually I look away just to beat her, just to rub it in.
I know. Don't do it. In the eyes. This is where I'm going to win.
Are you ready?
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes!
She was right. She won.
Woo! That's my skill. I need to get you in the
Bring
eyes.
it in. Bring it in.
You picked paper.
Paper covers rock.
I know. But you're notorious for picking paper. That's why I beat her so many times.
But
'cause
that's, you don't think I'm going to do it now because I know it, but now I did it.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
We backed up. So, okay. All right.
Okay, let's
So
hear it.
We have 3 stories, all because of the Avalanche New York City trip to remember. And good thing I was good at cheerleading. I think the New York City trip to remember is true. I think that's true.
Okay.
It's a fun story. I like it. All because of the Avalanche. That's a close second, but I think that one's true too. I think I'm going to go with good thing I was good at cheerleading. Although that's a small town story, I don't know. I think it's a small town story. It's pretty. I don't say the word sort of looking for. That could be the easiest story to make up, I think, in my mind, because the other two had quite a bit of detail. So that one, although it did have some detail, but I think that one could be made up. Out of all 3. That's what I picked to be made up. The other 2, they're all 3 great stories, but the other 2, I really liked it. The trip to New York City is a good one.
So that's your pick.
I'm taking good thing I was good at cheerleading.
Oh, good thing. Okay. That's interesting to me because in my mind, I felt like that was the one true one.
Okay.
Because I was just like, that's a long way to go back. And I don't know. It just seemed like it would come up with a lot to make up the story. I really want all because of the Avalanche to be true. I think it's cute. I like that you went. I do remember you guys going to NYC. I remember seeing it. I don't remember seeing anything about your boy. And maybe I missed it. It's been a long time. I don't know. But I feel like you love them. I feel like I'm going with NYC. I'm going, my Bullhucker's going to be NYC.
All right.
So,
Okay,
Amy,
we picked different ones.
flip it over. Let's see what you got.
Show us. I was right. Yes. Is that right?
It was. I did do the trip, but there was no NSYNC involved whatsoever.
Damn it.
Because
It would have been great if NSYNC was there.
and I
but-
just feel like this girl would have a shirt that was like, I saw them in a corner when I was only like maybe 50 feet away, and I love you.
could have been. Might have been.
Amy.
I do have an NSYNC shirt though that I just bought, and I wear it to class.
Yes.
Wore it to school 2 weeks
Yes.
ago.
It
The
was
kids
a
are like, "Who's that?"
Great story, by the way.
So the Avalanche is true.
Avalanche is true. That's how we got together. Is June 9th of 2001.
and you went to Denver, everything.
Yeah.
It's a cute story.
It's actually
I'm
really-
glad it's true.
What's super funny is the guy that had to unfortunately sit next to Barney and I on the way back when we were deciding we liked each other a lot in the back seat of the car. His daughter just started first grade at Green Acres,
Aw.
and he just saw me and started dying laughing. He's like, "Do you know the last time I saw you?" And I'm like, "Yes, we were together in the back seat, but I was talking to Barney a lot more."
That's
So,
cute.
yeah.
That's so cute.
And truly, my principal cut me from volleyball my sophomore year. And I even told her on Friday at school, I said, I'm telling that story. She's like, you always bring that up. And I'm like, yes, and I always will.
Some people don't forget, okay?
Since you hurt me, I'll
Right.
never forget, okay?
Tore the heart.
It's like 9/11.
Right.
Never forget. Never forget.
Who knows? I could have been good at volleyball, but you cut me.
That's right. You didn't give me the chance.
If I was her, I'd be like, take the volleyball and show me you can jump spike it right now, and I'll apologize. All right, Amy
I will
Padgett?
get you on that team.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
damn it.
Show me I was
And I'll
wrong.
never hear the end of it.
Actually, she wouldn't do it now. It's so much more competitive now. She'd probably be like, no, we won't do it now.
It does get competitive, the volleyball. It gets...
Oh, and they
so
were so
competitive.
good. And I'm not going to lie, I give credit to my class. I had a really athletic, competitive, amazing class. And so there was just no hope. There was no hope.
They needed you to cheer them on. You were where
Exactly.
you should have been.
I was a great cheerleader.
Follow your heart,
That's
girl.
right. I had a
Follow
lot
your
more
heart.
fun. So yeah.
Those are great stories, Amy.
Those are awesome
Thanks.
stories. Thank you so much for coming on and
Before we
telling
go,
us
though-
about Star.
Before we go, though, I
Yes.
forgot to say, please subscribe to the podcast.
Yes.
If you watch this on YouTube, bottom right-hand corner, the little red dot, hit that. It subscribes to the podcast.
It's a little click for you and a big click for us.
She's going to take this over someday. It's going to be her baby.
got
you know?
Hey, I don't know how you ever came up with it, but I do love it. That's a
Okay,
great one.
When I get deported sometime,
Good
you know,
job, buddy.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then, no matter what you're on, iTunes, Stitcher, whatever, please leave a rating and review. Okay, we do appreciate it. It does help the podcast out, and we do really do appreciate it.
Yep.
If you do want to check out Star, the athletic club out here,
Mm-hmm.
check on the link below all our. I am fumbling this bad now.
You're doing great.
Am I doing okay?
Yeah, untie that tongue. There you go.
tongue.
Okay, go.
In the description of the YouTube video or of the podcast, we'll have a link
Awesome.
to the Star. So
Yeah.
you can always check them out there. Or if you're on the bullhucker.com where you can find all our stuff, go on to the As Seen on the Bullhucker link, and it'll
Yep.
have a link directly to their Facebook.
Go
Is
in
that
and
thing-
try a class.
Yeah,
if you are not a
absolutely.
member, try a class and tell them you heard about it on the Bullpucker, and I bet they'll let you come for free.
I started the
I can
Bullpucker.
One
thing.
class for free.
I can hook you up.
And let me say this before we go. I need to get in the gym more. I'm just old now, but I need to go.
Same.
But I think one thing that people misconception of the gym is they don't want to do the class because they're intimidated to come in. But you have to remember, at one point in time, everybody in that class
Was new.
Right.
was new. You know what I
Right.
mean? And no one judges you. No one's gonna say anything.
Not at
you
all.
know?
And what I always tell everybody in the class, anyways, nobody's looking at each other. The only one they're looking at is the instructor.
Right.
And I will mess up 50 times more
Yeah.
than you.
Right.
Ever. So don't even worry about it because we're all having fun and we're just there
Amen.
to be better.
And every journey starts with a single step, right?
That's
so if
right.
you want to get down,
Yep.
if you want to get in shape, you want to do healthy things, then come on out and watch Amy dance.
It's a lot of fun.
Hopefully not in sync. So anyway,
Oh, it will be. Don't worry. It pops up. Don't worry.
well, I'm Moose Lundstrom.
And I'm Nancy Kudrin.
Amy, thanks so much for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Thanks,
Amy.
guys.
We'll see you later.
Bye. Good job.